Hello, my name is Ashley Boston, and my paper is Organizational Communication Identity in the Workplace. Several different viewpoints came to me as I was sitting down to really decide what I wanted to do my research on and the topic of my paper. Um, I decided not to do a race issue in the workplace or discrimination in the workplace or make it as simple as, you know, image and superficialness and how society boast, vainness and looking at those aspects within the workplace. But rather I wanted to look at a total issue, a world issue, and connect it to the workplace. I feel that one thing that seriously is plaguing this world in 2015 is a lack of self. Not being able to identify who we are, whose we are, and how our relationships and interactions with people we allow into our lives affect that identity and how it shapes who we are, who we become, who we will ultimately leave this world as. Something that I think is very important to mention is that getting a job is not as simple as filling out a job application, having all the credentials that that job requires. Getting a job is first about knowing who you are, why you are a good fit for that position, knowing is it something that is going to better you, that is going to give you joy, are you going to be happy going to this job, is it just a job to pay the bills, is it just something to get you through, is it a stepping stone to something better and greater, is it just something to supplement what you're already doing? Is it extra for not even yourself, maybe family? All of those things go into the workplace and it makes it a lot more difficult and complex than as simple as I have my bachelor's, I have a master's, um, I have experience. I'm going to apply for this job and I'm confident that I'll get it because I have X, Y, and Z. And X, Y, and Z is what's required. So, you know, what would deter me or discourage me or even allow doubt into my mind thinking that I wouldn't be successful in securing this job? When we have a lack of self, when we don't know who we are as people, what our purpose is, it creates procrastination. And a lot of people can be go getters, can be ambitious, can be really sure and confident about who they are as a person, what their identities are, but unconsciously not see how maybe who they think they are isn't who God has called us to be. Using myself for this research just to give a tangible foundation for the research. It really allowed me to think and understand that even I, as important as being able to identify who I am as a woman, as a 24-year-old, college educated, pursuing a master's, young woman leaving home, going to a new city that I've never experienced before, trying to live that life of independence and find who Ashley is. Um, I was introduced to a whole new me and able to say, hey, wait, maybe I'm not as secure as I thought I was and who I am. And this is what's affecting the struggle that I seem to continue to be in when it comes to securing not just a job, but a career. Something I would love and find joy within and doing that's going to propel me forward versus making me feel like I'm stagnant and stuck in one place. Um, I come from, meager beginnings, and I know that many people from a similar background uh, can end up having a negative view of life and have a woe is me attitude. Myself, I chose to allow my struggle and the things I endured during my childhood to be my strength and my motivation to want better, to want more for myself. That when I have children someday, I can instill in them a work ethic, make it a little bit easier than maybe it was for me, but them to always be grateful and understand that it could have been so different. When we are literally in an office interacting with our coworkers, we are sharing our souls with each other. That's how I see it. If we don't understand what it means to be us, then how can we share that with someone else? And if we don't even know ourselves, it affects how we work, our motivation to work, and also our spirits in whether it's a negative or positive way when it comes to other people. Wrapping it up, there's a certain something that we can allow to get in our way a lot of times that hinders all we're able to accomplish if we just step out of our own way. It's as simple as, excuse me, it's as simple as just plugging into God through prayer and sharing in the spirit and constantly seeking that understanding from God and sharing with Him to ensure we know what our purpose is, we know who we are, who we've been called to be, and called to do what we've been called to do. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation, and I hope I covered all the points, and I thank you for listening. God bless, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.